What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? I told y'all, although Atlanta is in Georgia, it's still Georgia. A black man whose controversial case put Georgia's stand your ground law at the forefront of headlines was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. 2 years after being arrested and charged in the murder of 17-year-old Haley Hutchinson, William Marcus Mark Wilson learned his fate Wednesday in a Bullitt County Superior Courtroom in Statesboro, Georgia. While Wilson, who is biracial, was found guilty of manslaughter, he was also found not guilty on 9 other charges, including murder. Williams' case was brought to the attention of the public in 2020 when he used his legal handgun to fire at a pickup truck full of teens who he claimed called him racial slurs and tried to run him and his white girlfriend off the road. One of those bullets fatally struck Hutchinson. Now let's analyze Georgia's stand your ground law, which Williams cited to officials, which allows a person to use deadly force when they believe their life is threatened. Now, a reasonable person, talking about you, would believe if somebody was trying to run you off the road that your life was threatened. Right or wrong, fam? I'm talking to all of the reasonable people. Just the reasonable people. The rest of y'all don't say nothing. I'm talking to the reasonable people. If somebody was in a pickup truck and you were driving on the street and they were trying to run you off the road, would it be reasonable for you to believe that your life was threatened? Apparently, black people are not allowed to fear for their lives. We must be superhumans. Perhaps we're aliens. There's something special about us that allows us to not have human emotions. Even when we go to the hospital, sometimes the doctors don't really treat us aggressively for pain because they feel like we can take it. This reminds me of a very similar case where one Kyle Rittinghouse, a white guy, a kid, 17, I believe he was 17, he used a gun that he took across state lines and killed 2 people, wounding a third, and got off. Walked right into a bag of money. Got paid for those murders. This at a Black Lives Matter protest. Kyle Rittinghouse gunned down 2 people, murdered them, injured another severely, and walked because he said he feared for his life. Tell me what's more aggressive, fam? Somebody walking up on you while you got a gun and you're pointing it at them, or someone in a pickup truck purposely trying to run you off the road. Which person's life do you think would be in more danger? William, who was in the car being ran off the road by a guy in a pickup, or Kyle Rittinghouse holding an AR-15 rifle and some unarmed people running up on him? One might say, well, both of them could have reasonably feared for their lives. Well, if both of them could have reasonably feared for their lives, Why aren't both of them chilling at the crib? You know why. You know why. Good old America, spelled with 3 K's. Yeah. Let me tell y'all something, fam, for those of you who are looking at me turning your nose up. Y'all like to say, well, if you don't like it, go back to Africa. Go get out. Go somewhere else. If you don't like it, change the rules. In fact, abide by the rules. Abide by the law. Abide by this so-called law you so-called like so much. If you love America like you say you do, and America is so righteous, like you say it is, wouldn't you want to protect the image? Nah, you don't, because you're a hypocrite. So is your mama, so is your daddy, and your grandpappy and your grandmammy. And your kids are going to be hypocrites because you live in denial. This case should have never went to trial. He should have never been charged. The key phrase is believe that your life was threatened. How does anybody else know what I believe? America is going to hell in a handbasket, and those who protect its wicked ways and make excuses for the double standards will be at the top of the pile. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?
Damn.